Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today on Tallidus Plays, we're trying out the demo for an upcoming game called Steel Artery Train City Builder. This is kind of a new twist on the city builder genre. As you might have guessed, it involves building up your city on a moving train. So again, a little notice here, version does not represent the final quality of the product. Less content, some gameplay mechanics are missing or unbalanced, the interface is unfinished, and there may be bugs or poor optimization. So just a little note there from the developer. But otherwise, without much other knowledge, let's jump right in and see what it's like. Intertrain city name? Well, I mean, right? Snowpiercer. And let's enable the tutorial and start the game. Legendary Steel Police train. The machinery of the Empire pulsed in unison with its engines. It visited the greatest cities of the continent, winning the hearts of the locals with celebration. And with the power of its guns, binding the provinces with the iron will of the Emperor. Ooh, dark. While the capital feasted, Hunger Games vibes, okay. Greed and folly consumed it from within. The great train was declared a burden and torn apart. With its disappearance, the provinces quickly forgot their duty and turned to their own interests. The empire effectively collapsed to the size of its capital. Rebuild Steelpolis and restore the empire's former glory. You will be supplied with all that remains. All that remains, you say? The mission is near impossible, but you can't fail the Emperor. For neither you nor the Empire has any other choice left. Alright, let's see here. Welcome to Steel Artery Train City Builder. You can't directly control the creatures. They are completely autonomous and make their own decisions. I think that says creatures. Their behavior may surprise or even frustrate you, so we recommend completing the tutorial carefully. Complete the task in the top left corner of the screen. Close this window with escape or right click. Okay, so we can right click. Accept the Emperor's first quest. We open up the politics panel, which is Y. We'll click the bottom left corner of the screen. Guessing this is politics. Yep, there we go. You know, I'll give them credit. At least they have mouse overs. That's a huge plus, especially with all these icons. Okay, so accept the first quest. Let's go ahead and do that. Assemble the heap of scrap. Congratulations, Mayor. Now your problem is this wreck on the rails. Scrounge something worthwhile from the junk that was scraped together through donations across the capital. Something missing? Not my concern. Figure it out yourself. How touching that people are so inspired by the revival of Steelpolis. The Imperial Council convenes soon, and I need tangible results. Let those chatterboxes choke when they see the heap of metal in action. The city is crawling with layabouts who have the nerve to complain there's no work. Perfect. Plenty of desperate hands ready to toil for pennies just to improve their miserable lot. Use them. Your task is to make this pile of metal move. Do it quickly. I will not tolerate failure. Build an engine and a driver's cabin. Alright. So we accept. Oh, we gotta hold and click. Okay. Alright. Open the game guide by pressing G or find the game controls. There it is. Okay, wow, okay, we got a lot of game controls here. I'm not going to read all those, that's ridiculous. So yeah, we studied the controls. I view the previous mission. Okay. I studied the creature card and we'll take care of. Let's see, beyond. Okay, so. Creature card. Is that. Oh, I see, that's a creature card. Okay, one quick note is it might be nice to slide windows around. Can't really move the tutorial. Oh, we can hide it though. So let's see, that's an orc. So we have 3 orcs and it looks like 3 humans. Presumably all are beggar class, because I assume they don't have any money yet. Where are the coins? There we go, 56 coins. Okay, so some of them do have a little bit. All right. All right, place a toilet blueprint in the marked area. Let's make a toilet. Building. Guessing structure. Block? Oh, wait, no, we could probably just build the toilet, right? Services. Toilet. This should build automatically. There we go. Wait till the toilet is built. So if we press spacebar, 1, 2, 3 is what speeds up time. Okay. So they're going to bring over resources and build said toilet. Speed this up a little bit. So only one guy can deliver at a time. Okay, and it's built. Toilet gives creatures proper place to handle their hygiene needs rather than using the deck. Filth on the ground drastically lowers everyone's happiness. Click a building to show its details. They offer different... Okay, so we click the toilet. And dreadful toilet reeks. It's filthy, gross, gross, gross. Okay, so byproducts, dirty water, and wastes. Okay. Pay attention to the services section. Is that one of these sections? Some services also consume or produce resources. In this case, waste and dirty water, which are stored in the building's local storage. To use the service, creatures spend their hard-earned money. In the Empire, every service costs money, even the toilet. Wow. How much does a toilet cost? 6 coins? What? All right. That's ridiculous. Okay. 6 coins for the toilet. Got it. Build a ladders in the marked area. So building, structure, ladder, click and drag. Easy peasy. And we'll speed this up so they can build it real quick. Alright, so let's build a second floor. For this we need a block, which could be a floor, ceiling, or wall. Without it, you can't place most new buildings. So structure and block. We'll do it here. Can we right-click off of this one? X. Demolish is control. So you hold control to demolish. Got it. Alright, so blue means construction is possible, but some conditions are not yet met. Dark green means everything is fine. Green means someone is already working on it. Okay. So I'm guessing this blue one can't be built. Build frames in the marked area. Okay, so yeah, we do building and frame. So that's a fill-in that doesn't necessarily require vertical movement or horizontal movement. So this is just to make that blue block work. Okay. Click the carrier station building. Okay. View the building card. Station employees transport goods. Storage, work, that's the salary. Different shifts. Wow, a lot of automation really in this game, but automatic automation? You can't really set the things, they just people do what they will. Okay. In all buildings they work shifts. When the shift ends, the creature gets salary for the building's storage. Sometimes creatures don't arrive on time or finish other work after the shift ends. That's okay. Salary equals the actual time worked. However, excessively long absences lead to employee dismissals. Notice the bar under the employee's name. It shows when the creature started working and how much time is left to the end of the shift. Oh yeah, I guess this. Okay. Build compactly. From this moment on, you choose where to build the buildings yourself. Different sizes, so leave as little unoccupied space as possible. Take planning seriously. Space on the train is really very limited. May seem difficult, but don't worry. Time, it will get better and better. Don't forget to add ladders and blocks yourself as needed. Alright, build another carrier station. Alright, so we go boop. Is it a service? I see, we have all the different things here. So, carrier station, we could build it, well, here. So we need blocks. I guess let's go over. Okay, we'll crank up the speed and have them build over to the carrier station, I suppose. Might be a horrible idea to put it there, but we'll see. Also, I don't know if they step down to it or how that works. All right. Oh, it has to be on top of the foundation. Okay, control click. So we need to just finish the foundation, and then we can build the carrier station on top. Got it. Just put it on top like so. Ooh, is there a day-night cycle? Yep, looks like it. Sunset. I like the little light it gives me on the mouse. That's kind of cool. Alright, and it is built. Alright, notice the red bar at the top of the building. It highlights the main issue, and its color indicates the problem type. Cover the mouse over the building to read the problem status. No employees. We simply don't have enough creatures. We'll fix that now. The building's fine. No bars are shown. Review the region information. From time to time, new residents will arrive. To learn more about who can come, hover over. Okay, so expected migrants roughly is 46 humans and 47 orcs per day. Okay. Guessing they can't all get on the train. Also check out how rich the region is and resources. Alright, so tons of stuff. Unlimited fish. Looks like water and wastewater, I'm guessing. That's what that kind of gray water is. Yeah, dirty water. Clean water. And fish is understandably fish. Alright, 1% chance to not return during an expedition. One of the best. Okay, it's a coastal region. Alright, so review that. So that creatures can board the train, we need to build a gate. Maintenance section. It's a very important building, as besides migration, the gate is also needed for creatures to go outside for resources. Later, you will likely need several gates to improve in-train logistics, but more on that later. The ascent is carried out using a special mechanism. Okay, so we got maintenance, gate. We just can't build it, I guess, that high up. That's the build limit for now. Let's put it right here. That feels right. Run the stuff over, and it is built. Alright, we have new passengers able to get on board. Cities always have eager recruits, but you'll spend most of your time in the wild, so don't expect this luxury everywhere. Press the train control panel, that's this here. Find the migration control and set limit 9 humans, 9 orcs. Okay. Okay, some buildings take quite long to construct. Speed things up, hover the existing construction station and press Q. Construction station? Okay, there we go. So we're adding another construction station on the second level. We've already got all of our people that we want. Okay. Find the no-build zone. Select any blueprint for construction and look at the red. Okay, nothing can be built in the red zone. Reach the height limit of your current chassis type. We currently only have a chassis 1, which is a maximum building height of 10 cells. Found the red zone. Build chassis 1. Chassis. Height is limited, but we can expand infinitely left or right. Let's add space. Locomotion. While chassis is being built, click it and review the building card. Notice how the bars fill when the carriers bring resources or builders assemble a structure, investing their labor. If you hover over a resource icon, you can read about the resource and, most importantly, where it is produced and used besides construction. Locomotion. Chassis. Oh, we just drop a whole chassis right there. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Speed things up. Let's try to get it back to daytime because it is a little hard to see at night. I like the starry sky. I could do with a little bit more parallax, though. I'm not sure if maybe that happens when the train is in motion. We'll see. Once we get this thing rolling, hopefully we get a little bit of a cool views. Treasury is similar to the carrier station, but employees only handle money movement. Take excess coins and bring missing ones if a building needs more money for salaries. Notice your built stations, there are no coins in their storages. Without coins, workers won't be paid, they'll quit, suffer a major morale hit, and refuse to work in the building for some time. Okay, so I'm guessing treasury is a service. Perhaps it is, I don't know, maintenance? There it is. Put it right here, we can show off our awesome monies to new people here. Boom. To develop a train, you need to unlock new technologies. Research Center employees work on innovations. To invent something new, they invest their intellectual and creative labor creating research points. Press the research icon, or R, to see the tech tree. Right now you have no research points, but we'll unlock our first technology. The tree may seem chaotic, but it's not. All empty space is planned for future game updates. I mean, I'm not quite sure what they mean by empty space, but yes. Okay. So, I'm guessing we need to build a research center. Yeah, that's what it said. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back on normal speed. I think that is, yeah. Again, I'm not quite sure on the classification of some of these. I would consider some of these like research center. I don't know if that's a maintenance structure, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but you know. Right. How are we gonna build this? I guess we'll just put it right here. Being a little sloppy with placement right now. We'll figure it out as we go. I should probably put a ladder in sooner than later. Sooner than latter, even. So we're going to probably extend this up to build blocks across the top of those. The research center is ready to take 9 employees. We're short on residents again. Decide how many to accept, but watch the numbers carefully. Overpopulation is just as dangerous as a labor shortage. So what do we do with that again? The train. I think we're on the train tab. So we'll add 5 and 5. Okay, oh, there we go. Boom, look at all these employees. Fan-friggin-tastic. All right, let's go ahead and pop a save in here. Tallidus, please. Beautiful. All right, so research center. Yeah, we did that. Build a drinking barrel. The drinking barrel lets creatures satisfy their thirsts. So this should be a service. There it is. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's very easy to build. We'll put it right there. Happy little drinking barrel. We'll run the resources over. Build it out. A lot of off-shift employees. I'm not sure about these research. Okay, E takes that tab away. Good. Starting to open the screen up a little bit here, folks. Build a shower. Okay, same deal. Service, shower. Right next to where they're getting drunk. And what's the problem here? Not provided enough resources. So what do we need? Water. Clean water. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out how to either extract or craft clean water. We got 9 days left, MacGruber. Alright. Build an eatery. Place for meals. What do you know? Hoping we can squeeze it right here. Eatery. Yes, we can. This is a kind of a squat building here. Maybe I'll put it right here, actually. This is a perfect spot for it. On that note, I think it's a good time to go ahead and add a layer here. We'll put blocks across like so. And we'll extend our ladder up one more to go to that level. That way we can huff it up there to get to the eatery. We might drop something in here. Maybe a second toilet would probably be ideal. If we middle click, we can just copy. I did recall that little note. Alright, so the eatery should be done any minute now. Beautiful. Without a selected recipe, the building won't function. Doesn't know what to produce. Shown by a purple indicator. So we want to select fish. Okay. Creatures rent cabins for money, of course, and rest in them to restore energy. Besides cabins, creatures can also sleep on the ground, but the consequences are harsh, so expand your sleeping capacity before it becomes a problem. So we build some small cabins, maybe a couple, actually. Hey, what do you know? It's almost like I have a whole new floor just for such an occasion. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, let's do 4 like that. I think that's reasonable. They rent cabins. Okay, yeah. So we don't need them. They're not going to buy the cabins permanently. They just rent them. So it's good to know. Is this the eatery? No, it's got employees. It needs a couple extra employees though. So let's go ahead and jump back to the train tab, and we'll add 2 on each side there. Review the colony status for detailed information. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, here. So looking at our creatures, everybody is either poor or middle class, which is kind of where we want them to be. Looks like energy and toilet is the biggest need, which makes sense because we're just now building the cabins. Toilet, we built a second one already, so that should also kind of take care of itself. We can sort by race. We can sort by income. And yep, that looks to be about it. Statuses of selected group. These are all like the bad statuses, obviously. Dirt, disappointed, slept on ground, XYZ. So, good to know. Review the colony status. Study the fishing research. Time to learn how to get food ourselves. Since we're near the coast, why not start with fish? So, R, fishing. Click and hold. There we are. Just researched our first research. Build a fisherman house. The fisherman house lets creatures go outside through the gate and catch fish. Once they've gathered enough, the employee returns the haul to their workplace. How much they gather depends on the employee's stats and the resource type. Trip duration depends on endurance. Buildings that send employees outside only work when the train is stopped. Otherwise, you'd have to tuck and roll, and nobody wants to do that. I'm guessing production? Nope. Farms, extraction. There we go, fisherman house. We'll put this, well, that's the gate right there. Why don't we put it like, well, we can't put it on top. Let's just throw it down here for now. That's fine. So, again, what was that? Fisherman house right here. Okay. And then I'm not sure exactly how we stack things, but we're going to need another ladder, probably here to get on top. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and build that ladder because it's going to be an issue if we don't do it now. So this is going to go all the way to build max, basically. You know what? I don't even think it's supposed to go that high. Yeah, I can't. Okay. I mean, let's go ahead and just build this ladder all the way up as well. So we have a general idea of what our build max is. Conveniently, it's right at this little horizon line, so there we go. Any extracted or produced resource is first stored in the building's local storage. From there, carriers take it directly to the place of use, but if there is an available warehouse, excess will be taken there. Employees try to complete the nearest task first, so distant tasks may not get done for a very long time if employees are constantly busy with something nearby. So it's important not only how many carrier stations you have, but also their location. All right, I figured out logistics. Totally. Build a warehouse. Can't store anything in the starter resources pile. You can only take from it. I'm guessing this is the starter resources pile. So yeah, so it keeps us alive in the short term. Oh, yeah, we're already out of fish. Presumably those have already been taken to the cook shop, I would assume. All right, so we need to build a warehouse. Storage structure. No. Maintenance. Services? Production. Locomotion. Where? Oh, maintenance. Okay, warehouse. There it is. All right. So the fisherman's there. We want this to be close, so we'll put it right. I guess we could put it right here, and then we're gonna have to build blocks like here and here. We'll speed that up and let those get created. We need them to build all this stuff first, so. Looks like they are, again, the carrier stations and the construction stations are closer to this ladder. So they're going to be working on that one first priority, finishing this cabin. Then they'll come over, work on this ladder, blocks, and warehouse. So this is going to take a minute. We're already chugging along here. We've only got 8.5 days left, more or less. But I think we'll be okay. We'll be getting this thing moving in no time. I do hope, though, that it's not the end of the tutorial as soon as you start moving the train, because the whole point of the game is to be a locomotive city. I would like to see the city in motion. So, going through night number 2 here. This is out of employees, eh? Yeah, we need to add a couple more employees, so let's go ahead and we'll just bump these both up to 20 for the limit. And yeah, this actually shows us our workplaces, carriers, builders, paymasters, and cleaners. So Could freeze all extraction buildings. That's kind of cool. I'm guessing that's if you're ready to like bring everybody back aboard, start the train moving. You freeze extraction. That way, people kind of get back on board. Then you're ready to go. Is there a problem with them getting stuff to this blueprint? Because nobody seems to be delivering here. Oh no, I've made a huge tiny mistake. Okay, so I think I need to build blocks here and then build a warehouse on top of those. I don't know if they might not be able to hop down diagonally like that. You need it to be level from the ladder. So keep that in mind for future, but for now we'll just do that. All right. So this should turn green when they finish building that block. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, select the storage type. Without a storage type, it will not work. So we click it and we select fish. Can it only store one thing? Hopefully not. Multiple things would be nice. Oh, I guess it is only one thing. All right. Well, at least it stores 1,000 or 5,000 of those. Review the resource panel. This is the panel that we've closed. All right. On the right, so you can see your resource stats. The line for clean water means that we currently have 100 water. 0 water can be stored in warehouses. We have none yet. 111 is the amount of water spent in the last day. If you hover over the bar, you can learn some details. For example, we actually have more than 100 water because 265 is already inside some buildings, like the shower and the drinking barrels. All right. And if you look at fish, you'll see we already have the capacity to store 5,000 units of fish. 5K means 5,000, yes. All right, we've reviewed the resource panel. Build a water gatherer house. Research water extraction technology and build a water gatherer house. So how do we know how many units we have? 4. There it is. So this is showing our intellectual work and our creative work. I don't really know. Is there a difference? They both result in research points, though. Generated by creatures performing. The speed of creating this resource depends on the corresponding creature's property. Generated by creatures using creative work. The speed of creating this resource depends on the corresponding creature's property every minute. Okay, well, not exactly sure. I guess these may be combined in order to tell you how much time it takes to make a research point. But here we go, water extraction. Click and hold. Primitive water purification. Oh, that's cool. Well, we'll hold off on researching that for now. Okay, I'm guessing this is extraction. There it is. Water gatherer tries to find fresh water outside the train if possible, clean and suitable for drinking. So here we know that we need to put this like, I guess we'll just pop it right here and put blocks underneath. Line that up as such. Just create the next level. Later you'll be able to extract water from the atmosphere without stopping the train. Very cool. Can you fish without stopping the train? Just cast a really big net into the shoreline and just go crazy, like 60 miles an hour. Trawl on the coasts. Getting almost a Sim Tower kind of vibe here, with a side-on angle a little bit. Select clean water and dirty water extraction recipes in the water gather house. Even on the ocean shore, there are often sources of clean fresh water. They are rare. You can also extract dirty water, as we will need a lot of it for the steam engine. Note that if employees extract several resources at once, their overall efficiency is lower than if they only extracted one. So we want to do this and this. We will need them to store the extracted water and a few other. I'll build 4 more warehouses. Okay, so how big are these bad boys again? Yeah, see, they're too tall for that limit. We can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but see, that's not going to work. We can build them in the forward section, though. Let's just do that. So 1, 2, 3, and I think that works because what I can do is I should be able to hang this out over the side. And even if not, I think I can build up a frame. Yeah, I can build a frame up to that. That should... I don't know if that's actually going to work, because... We'll see how this pans out. I don't know if they can actually reach these upper frame pieces. I think they have to be on the same level. So we need a clean water. We need a dirty water. We need a coins. And we need a waste. Where is the waste? It's like... I mean, what looks like waste? That looks like waste. No, that's iron ore. Grass. Bodies. Oh my goodness. There we go, wastes. Alright. Build a cleaner station. Carriers don't handle the dirty work, cleaners do. Cleaners remove dirt from the ground. Move wastes, dirty water or bodies, and remove corpses from the ground. That's fun. We have workers absent, which means we need to check and see. We have all of our people deployed. Yeah, we're going to have to kill this, I believe. Other buildings are resting on the structure. Okay. So we need to deconstruct, it looks like. There we go. What's the deal? Are these not... Oh, is this already... Oh, it's built. Oh, my bad. So wait, we could do that, and then we put the frames back. I did not realize that was like a thing. And then we'll put the warehouse back here. And this will be the wastes. The waste warehouse. At the very front of the train. Put our best foot forward, and all of our junk as well. So, built, building next. And we're getting there. Byproducts is dirty water and clean water. Okay, so yeah, as soon as these are done. Oh yeah, we need to build the cleaner station. Okay, so I'm gonna guess maintenance. Hey, there it is. All right, we could put this one up here actually. Yes, but how do we get the floor? See, I don't know. This is where it starts to get a little bit more tricky. Eventually we will extend the chassis, but for now I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. I think we got to put them like right here and pop all those structural bits underneath. And then this needs a frame underneath that. No empty gaps. Maybe we'll squeeze like I don't know, maybe another toilet here or something. We'll see if there's time. All right. Check our train stats. That looks fine. How do we get our people stats? Buildings, demolish, freeze. Population stats, that's what we're talking about. So here you can see we've got a few beggars. Is the colony doing well? Is everything sufficient? Maybe you need an additional cabin, showers, or something else. Alright, that's a good point. So let's check our peeps here. This is for everybody. Looks like hygiene could be a little better, so maybe more showers. But that is largely because we didn't have cleaners in order to take those wastes away from the showers. So hopefully this problem will solve itself. I'm not going to build a new one just yet. There they go. Now people can start jumping in. I do like the little rubber duckies on the shower curtain there. Alright, so I understand. We'll try to take care of them. Build a miner house and start extracting coal and iron ore. We lack iron parts to build the engine and driver's cabin. To create them, we need to mine ore first, then smelt it into ingots. And only then forge the needed parts from them. So, miner house. Extraction. We need to probably research the miner house. And where would that be? Here it is. Let's go ahead and research smelting, because we know we're going to need it. Alright. Extraction. Miner house. Ah. See, now, I can't go there. Because that's over an exposed building. So we're going to have to actually extend the train. Can the chassis go either direction? Like, because we haven't really built an engine. So why don't we extend more to the right? Oh, there's a ladder here already. Let's just go left. Apparently it's infinite either way, so it shouldn't matter. Alright, chassis. Chassis. All right, chassis back here. Beautiful. And then that way we have plenty of room. We just throw the miner house right there on the ground floor. What's the problem here? No employees? What, do we need more employees? No, all the workplaces are occupied. What's this problem? Something's up. We'll see. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But first, the next chassis. I wonder if there's any disadvantage for having something that, overlaps two chassis. I don't think it does. This train isn't taking any tight turns, if you know what I mean. How do my people look? Not too bad. Energy isn't terrible. We have a little bit of lack of sleep. So we are going to probably need some more cabins. What do we do here? This would be... Oh, I didn't even think about the numbers. Let's see. So we go to services. Can I slow things down a little bit, though? It's getting crazy. Okay. Services, more small cabins. We could just go ahead and build a few more here. Next to the cleaner station. And boom. We need a recipe. We need iron and coal. Build an industrial furnace and start producing iron ingots. So we're going to leave this running. Do we need more employees? Yes, we do. Let's go to 25 each. See if we can handle that. Industrial furnace. Ooh, wow, that's a big boy. Okay, we'll just pop it right here. Well, see, here's the thing. Now I'm going to want to start thinking more space-wise. I guess we'll just put it right there for now. Because, see, now we're going to put blocks here. We can only put like a 2-high one there, or a 3-high. 2-high, though, to match it would be ideal. Yeah, we'll see. This cabin's built out. Alright, we have 6.5 days remaining on our little quest here. Looks like everybody's getting a little bit better sleep. Food could be better, though, so now I think it's time to probably look into getting another fisherman here. So what do we have? Fisherman house. We'll just duplicate that right there. How's the eatery looking? And receive service 20 minutes. Okay, so yeah, this isn't getting... No, it's not inundated. It's definitely not full on storage either, though. We need to keep that in mind. So this thing is getting almost drained at this point. So we need more employees. They should be coming in. Let's go up to like 28 each. And then what is this going to produce? Iron ingots. Build engine and driver's cabin. Time to prepare the train for the journey. Organize iron parts. Production yourself. Build engine 1 and driver's cabin 1. The engine produces the power that lets the train move, but it's voracious and consumes coal and dirty water. So you better always have a reserve of these resources just in case you don't get stuck somewhere. Driver's cabin lets you control the train. Note that if at some point there are no employees in the driver's cabin, the train will become uncontrollable. Good lord, man. Alright. So we need another chassis up front here. This will be the actual front of the train properly. I do like that it's basically infinite, left or right, so that you can kind of, rear, middle, front. Well, front clearly seems to be the right, train's always going to the right. So this will be the location of our actual engine and driver's chassis. So I think we attach the engine. Oh, you can put 2 engines on. That's kind of cool. What does the driver's cabin look like? Oh, my goodness. It's glorious. Yeah, we'll put that there. Engine right there. That'll keep chugging us along here. We'll go full speed, and everything should kind of work out on its own. We need a warehouse, though, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a structure, blocks, that there. We'll put some here, just either way, we're going to need that. Go back to normal speed. We need to build warehouse. Let's just put them right here, 1 and 2. And you know what, let's just do 3, because we're going to need 1 for iron ore, 1 for coal, and 1 for iron ingots. Which, how are these created? With iron ore and coal, and manual work and intellect, and okay. So yeah, the miner house should get the stuff that we need to make the iron ingots. So right now we don't have enough resources, so yeah, we gotta wait till this gets gathered up. We need another gate, to be honest, so Let's go crazy here. Another chassis on the back. And we need to build another gate, which I believe is called maintenance for some reason. Can we build it here? Yes, we can. This might be the way. Yeah, let's put it here. I'm not sure what I'll do there. Maybe a couple of turlets. That might be a good idea. Services, toilet. Let's do a drink. Yeah, let's do a toilet here and a drinking barrel here, just so people have come immediate services there. And then we'll put blocks on top. This is going to be here. You know what? No, let's cancel that. This is going to be a frame. Okay, that way this is all blocks across. We'll figure out something for that. Gonna go there. Ladder as such. And here as well. Just so that this is usable at least. I'll put another ladder right here. Going all the way through. And we might throw some more cabins over here, or maybe another eatery. It's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Another eatery goes over here. And this one will be directly accessible. Actually, yeah, let's squeeze it up here. This is kind of a cool area to put it. Eatery. Can we put a shower up here as well? No, let's put the shower right here. Actually, no, I don't like that. Shower is going to be a little bit more in use, so we'll put it kind of like here. Maybe cabins can go. Yeah, we can always squeeze a cabin in like that. But, well, yeah, we'll squeeze one cabin in. Could I do two? What if I did this? Get rid of that entirely. Put another block there. And then we put two cabins in, like so. There we go. Starting to kind of get it. Let's make a fish recipe. And we'll check our stats. We need a few more workers. Let's go ahead and pump this up to like 30 and 30. And look at that, we already got the engine. Just need to finish the driver's cabin. Know when it's delivering because we don't have any stuff yet. That will eventually not be the case. Production status. Well, they're working on it. I trust them. They're working on it. We're making pretty good time, though. We're going to have plenty of time before this is done. So I do think the game is going to let us at least move a little bit in the demo before getting to... Why are they crawling all the way up there? Just kind of hanging out? Okay. You know, it occurs to me that I did not really... Well, this is a spiral staircase, so I'm wondering if this is acting as a ladder to upper decks. We'll see. It's got a full speed ahead. Well, time-wise. And it looks like we're almost ready to finish the driver's cabin. Just any minute now, we should be getting our resources all situated. I do like how the resources change the look depending on what you put in them. Waste is just a big pile of waste. Coins use shelves and chests, and liquids use tanks. Let's go ahead and check our resources panel. See here, we're going to have negative clean water and negative coinage, so we got to keep an eye on that. Coins. Not really sure how that works. Do we get more coins just from the creatures? Is this a self-contained economy? Should that ever be more or less than zero? If this is a perfect economy, they should be making and spending everything on the train. So, something's not quite working here, but we'll figure it out. Alright, they're almost done. They're almost done. We just need a little bit more delivered. It's like I'm paying them more. Oh, that's because I am, in fact, paying them more. Because we're bringing on new employees that have yet to actually spend their fantastic money and our fantastic amenities. So, alright, let's speed it up and see. Auto save. Let's do one more real save here. There we go. Overwrite. Looks good. Wouldn't be opposed to like a mega speed increase where it's just like, you know, skip hours at a time instead of minutes, but I'm sure that could be a little dangerous, and there's a lot going on here simulated-wise. That's why I'm actually kind of a fan of this, sprite level, the pixel graphics. You zoom in real close. There's still some little details, chairs, tools, ladders, things of that nature. But, you're just going to spend probably the majority of the game at this max zoom out level. Okay, the train is almost already filling the screen at max zoom out. So, again, there is an edge, but I don't know if that edge has anything to do with the possible length of the train. I think the train is theoretically an infinitely long train, because I know already, assuming that that's a true height cap that we have, they're going to need to allow you to really build this thing out. Yeah, look at that. I'm assuming that once you get better chassis, obviously you can build higher. But for now, we'll see. I think the issue is that the engine is starting to soak up coal that should be getting used for iron. Well, maybe they're just taking their time making the iron ingots, because, yeah, we're nearly there. What is this missing? Iron parts. Forge workshop. Oh. Well, okay, so we need a forge workshop. Production? Oh, okay, we just gotta research the forge, okay. Did not realize that. Let's go down to smelting, research the forge. They did mention something about, like, figure it out yourself when it comes to this, so slap this forge workshop down. I suppose we could put it here. Yeah, that'll work. And this should work for iron parts. How do we make that? Iron ingots and coal. Alright, well, that makes sense to be there then. We will need another warehouse to store all the extras. So, maintenance, warehouse. And we'll just throw that down there for iron parts. It's kind of growing on me that you can only store one thing in any given warehouse. Because, again, at the scale at which this game looks like it's going, it's going to take a minute. You know what? I don't know if I can build the chassis to make the workshop. Yeah, we have a chicken and an egg situation here, folks. Yeah, we need to cancel that. Yeah, because we are out of our initial... There we go. First potential fail point. You got to make sure that you have enough iron parts to build all the initial stuff in order to get to the forge workshop in order to build additional iron parts. So luckily, I think we can slap this on top here. Wow, we're going to have to do it all the way up. I think we're going to have to do it all the way up there. I don't think there's another spot for it. Because, yeah, we can't build that ladder. We can't build any of those things. Do I need iron to build this, though? Oh, my goodness. I think we might have messed up a little bit. Let's see. Can we... Blocks are... also iron parts. Let's cancel all this. Go back over here. We'll put it right over here again. There's got to be a way. Maybe I can forge them? No? Huh. Can I buy them? Is there a market of any kind? A trade screen? What about a demolish? Let's do that. We'll demolish everything that's half built. We'll get back all those parts. Yeah, let's do demolish, demolish, demolish. Take away all these. Take away that. Yeah, we're just gonna demolish everything other than the forge workshop, which can't. It needs that other chassis. Wow, we really might have messed up. Let's see. We could build it there. But we still need blocks for it to go on top of. We're gonna have to cancel the driver's cabin for now. Get all those pieces back. Cancel that back chassis. Get all those pieces back. Then what we really need is a ladder to get to the forge workshop. So let's do that here. And yeah, we'll just build that out and see what happens. I think the issue is that we kind of put the chicken before the egg. And we were not able to create that which we do not have. You know, it occurs to me that this might be smarter. Let's just go ahead and build the chassis. Right? Because that takes 300 iron parts. How many do we even have? 295 on the ground. Yeah, we don't have enough. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And how much does this take individually? Okay, so I think that works. I feel a little silly though. I'm gonna have to turn around and re-demolish this, but this will work for now. The other option is that we just simply go one more chassis forward, and that's where we build the drag. We might do that. Let's just do that. Blocks on top, ladder goes all the way up, but we're gonna wait on this ladder. We're not gonna build all the way up here yet, because we want to make sure. Well, they can't build those blocks until they build the shop below it, so that'll be fine. Glad I caught that. That could have been a real bummer. I don't know if you get the resources back when you demolish something. That would be interesting. Little test. Do we have anything built? Like, here we go. A block. This is 10 iron plates. So this block here, rebuild into ladder. But if we demolish it, oh, what does that give us? Okay, well they just immediately turned it into a frame. So not quite sure. We'll put the block back there. Alright, I think go ahead and build. So this is going to take kind of a little bit closer than I thought, to be honest. We're already 3.5 days out from our mission objective here. So what I need them to do is finish this forge workshop so that we can go ahead and click on iron parts. I'm going to ignore copper parts for now. I don't think we need those for anything yet. Oh, we do. Okay, well, how do we build copper parts? We need copper ingots, which means we need to build copper ingots. So we need copper ore, which means we need to extract copper, and we also need to do this. Those take copper and coal. My goodness. My, oh my. Well, how many copper parts do we have in storage right now? I don't think we've really used that many. I got like 200. We should be okay on this. Either way, we'll start making them. Okay, so there we are. We finally have people making... In theory, they will start to make iron parts for us. Beautiful. Alright, so now we can do a chassis. Forward part. And then we'll put the actual driver's cabin right here at the front. There we go. That feels a little bit better. And again, I'm not quite sure how this is meant to line up. Is this going to be like... Well, that might be it. I don't know. That almost lines up perfectly, actually. I don't really know how they want it to line up. But maybe this is spiral staircase just means access anywhere along the horizontal plane there. Because that would be a little weird. I have to build a ladder right next to a staircase. But you never know. So they'll build all these blocks. And let's check our people. Ooh, not looking too good. We got a lot of food issues. Food, drinks, hygiene. Lack of sleep and dehydration is the biggest two. So we need some additional services here. Let's click off of that. Go to normal speed. And yes, small cabin. You know, those take iron parts. I don't know if we can spare them right now. The people must go without. We need more employees too. All right. Let's go to 35 and 35. We'll really stretch the limits here of our workforce in an effort to get the train operational. Full speed. And we are moving and grooving. 2.5 days left. Will we make it? Will we succeed? Will we fail? Will the orcs and the humans ever not get along? They appear to be very chill with each other, so that's cool. What do we have here? Human, orc. They do not eat fruits and berries. The in dirt or shocked by corpse statuses don't affect them, because they are tough orcs. All right. Hmm. What's the hold up here? Oh, come on. What is it? No iron plates? No, we got iron plates. We're good. Yeah, that's being made, being made, being made. It's all being made. It's just I don't have any warehouses to hold these things. So that's probably the issue. Not enough resources. This requires either copper. Yeah, we're not making copper ingots. So we don't have copper. The miners are out doing their thing. Um, are there no copper ingots to be had in this area? Ooh, that could be a problem. If we don't have copper ingots, huh? There's 280 on the ground. We need 300. Okay, so I need a. This is going to be a problem. There's 100 back there. There's 180. Yeah, so the 280 on the ground. The resources pile is 202 in here. Okay, we should be fine. Let's deliver. Deliver. Make it happen, folks. Sleep on top of the train. Who is this? Vespera Flameheart. Works at the eatery. Speaking of eatery, how many people doing? Is the color coding an indication of their, yeah, destituteness? So we need some more sleep spots and some more drink spots. Let's go ahead and water gatherer house. Well, we're not doing too bad. What we need is more drink areas. So let's go to services. Drinking barrel. We'll throw one a little bit towards the front of the train. I think is a good idea. We'll put it like maybe here? No. Surely there's a narrow spot we can slide this into. That one's good. Maybe this is the best spot. Oh wait, there's a gap. Huh, didn't even see that gap. Okay, we'll pop it in right there. So close. So close. Okay, good. We have all the copper pieces. We just need the iron, which they are currently crafting for me. Produces dirty water. What does it take? Oh, it takes clean water. Ooh. Got it. So what we need is a bunch more warehouses after we finish the driver's cabin. We need warehouses for basically... Oh, all the pieces are in place. Let's watch them build it out, folks. We're going to be having a train here in a minute. Snowpiercer is almost ready. Builders are doing their damnedest. They're huffing along. We have just under a day left. Not finish a moment too soon here. And there it is. Assemble a heap of scrap. Complete the Emperor's quest and accept a new one. Excellent, you're ready to complete the Emperor's first quest. Don't expect generosity. Your reward is merely increased standing with His Imperial Majesty. Who knows, maybe he will reward you with something more substantial in the future. Alright. So I can go down here to the politics. Click this, and we will complete the quest. And we have a new one. Show what your heap of metal can do. Alright. Go on, then fire up this contraption and reach at least the nearest city. My people will meet you there and deliver further instructions. I trust you won't fall apart along the way. I hate to send my trackers after that foolish head of yours. Reach the city of Heathermore. 25 days. Okay, well, let's show this on map first. That's Heathermore. Where are we? Is this us? My goodness. So there's quite a few places to go. All right. Let's go back. How do we go back to the politics? Accept. All right, open the map by using M. Not a surprise there. Global map, you can choose where you want to go. To do this, click on the route line. A summary will appear showing the estimated arrival time and fuel costs. In the bottom right corner, there is a map legend button that will help you see what resources are available along your route. Plan your stops wisely so you don't run a fuel mid-journey. Let's see, this will take approximately... Oh, hold on. How long will that take to reach? Oh, I see. We gotta actually click on the city. Okay, that's a little counterintuitive. So click. Let's see. Take a day, 14 hours and 33 minutes at 34.6 miles per hour. Expected fuel consumption. We do not have enough fuel. Lot of dirty water required. So we can set route to the city, but we need to make sure that we have some stuff to get there. So how far can we go? I just want to move this train a little bit. Wow, this thing is... I mean, we could barely move. Can we get to the next area? Oh, hold on. There we go. See, the problem is I want to go... Ah, I see. It's having us double back. So whichever direction you move the mouse creates a round trip. And then you can only turn back at cities. I see. So when you turn back, it creates a lot more. Okay, that makes kind of sense. It's a little weird though. I wish it was a little bit more obvious because the arrow, obviously that points this way, but if you turn around, obviously that almost doubles your trip cost. So let's see, how far can we go on what we've got? That's not enough fuel. That's not enough fuel. So I do wish there was a slightly better way to figure that out. But we need to go somewhere that has the resources that we need, which is going to be coal and dirty water for moving the train. Explored resource deposits. So we need unlimited dirty water, unlimited fish. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and just move to the next area. We'll build the route. And then we can go off the map. Go to the train tab. And yeah, we could freeze all extraction buildings. Okay, so we start getting everybody aboard. And then I believe after they are all good to go, engines are okay. We select engine 1, and I'm guessing we have to use, yeah, we need employees in the driver's cabin. That kind of makes sense. So a couple extra people. We'll go up to 40 and 40, and we'll just really roll the dice here on how many employees. But once we have enough employees working this bad boy, we are ready to move. So we click on this, tap T for train, departure horn. Let's do it. Prepare for departure. We'll zoom out here and we can enjoy the view as our train begins its first movement to the next biome. It should look a lot like this biome. I think it's the same type, which is coastal. But this will be a nice little interesting way to kind of start our process here. Have we messed something up? Drive. Oh! We're moving, folks. We are moving. We got a little bit of parallax. There's a foreground, which is what the train is driving on. We'll see how the background moves, but it looks like we are getting up to speed here. Gonna speed the time up a little bit. And eventually there should be at least some sort of transition between this little region and the next one that we're going to move over to. Let's check the map. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we're still in this biome. I see how that works. So we should eventually slow down here. Come to a bit of a stop. it is. All right. Back to normal mode, and you'll see that we've probably plowed through almost all of our coal because I don't have any place to really store the coal. So that was not very eventful, but we made it forward. We have moved our train, and I think that's a good spot to complete the tutorial. You've successfully learned the basics of the game. Now you can develop your colony yourself, research new technologies, visiting new regions, and completing quests for the Emperor and other factions. Don't worry if things go wrong at first. Running an independent city on rails is no small feat. Let's continue the game. And continue I shall. I definitely think I'm going to do another episode of this where we continue this exact layout. Because this is very interesting to me. I dig the art style. I like the concept. SimCity slash Sim Tower. A little bit of Snowpiercer, hence the name of my train. And, a little bit of economy management. I like the auto manage the people's kind of manage themselves, which makes sense because we already have 80 people on this train. We got 40 humans, 40 orcs. So managing them all individually would be a little insane, so I'm glad it's not quite as granular as, say, Rimworld. I could go for maybe a little bit more of interpersonal options here. Right now they just have names, genders, and races. That's kind of it. Um, but yeah, they have all the needs and everything like that as well as you might expect. So if you made it this far in the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, this has been Tallidus Plays.